are you talking about? Oh, the plate is like this big. Oh, we back?
What's going on, softball freaks?
Man, oh man. It's been quite the year.
It's been too long since I've sat beside Chez.
I know.
And
I've missed you.
Shot the shit about softball.
She went right out there.
I did. You know what? That's what it is. We're just shooting the shit here.
No, I'm gonna take the higher road.
I've missed Chez. More importantly, I've missed you. We both have.
Wow. What a year it's been. We thought last year was crazy, but we're gonna get right into it. The coaching changes in 2018. I have never seen anything like it. Have you, Sarah?
No, we were doing like, not to spoil the show, but we were talking top 5, and then I got back to the coaches and I was like, oh my god, we can talk about the coaching changes all show.
Yeah, but
I'm so excited.
We've only got 30 minutes.
We only have 30 minutes, so we're gonna keep it high.
You're gonna have to like keep it compact.
I'm so excited. So many coaching changes.
Oh yeah, but first.
Oh, but first.
I hate to backtrack. I'm just, you know, we got to catch up a little bit. So, just a recap of the last year. We had so much coverage of college softball. We covered D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO for the first time ever.
Chez and Allie were
games.
Out of their minds. They were all over the country. I didn't know where they were. But they survived.
We did a Big Ten tour. We had Big Ten games for the first time on FloSoftball. And then, we covered club extensively on Flo with the PGF Championships, the WFC.
I'm wondering what our good fans out there, what is your favorite event that Flo covers?
Yeah,
college
tell
softball.
Tell us.
We're talking college softball today. Your favorite college softball event that we cover.
Oh, you know what? I just skimmed right over the World Softball Championships. Holy cow, we had the first Olympic qualifier on FloSoftball.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
What? 2020.
Yeah,
Tokyo.
We're streaming things from Japan, y'all.
Yeah, that was really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That was extremely exciting.
Super exciting.
I was interested and exciting. I'm always interested and exciting on this show.
Your two favorite words. Two favorite words.
That was interesting and exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was incredible. USA.
It was a better word.
Yeah, USA played lights out. I mean, Japan looked good. I'm very excited about the Puerto Rican team.
Oh, man.
Got some studs, Mexico. And Canada. Hello, Canada.
I'm going to ask you questions. I'm like, no, we got to, next week we'll talk about Team USA. But coaching changes. First of all, I'm going to backtrack again because Chez's shirt. Do we have a good angle on Chez's shirt?
You feeling this?
Are you a class of 06? Is that what that is?
Yep.
So she's wearing...
That me.
I mean, it's not even burnt orange anymore. It's
vintage, Sarah.
Chez is a vintage wine.
I'm wearing this shirt in celebration of the magnificent win over USC on Saturday.
Yeah, that was big time. We're talking... Now we've jumped to college football. But...
and also the wonderful coaching change that occurred over the summer.
Yes. That's a fantastic segue.
Yeah.
Chez. I was gonna plug you as a player. I was gonna be like, in case somehow you live under a rock and you don't know that Chez was a 3-time Women's College World Series attendee.
That me.
With Texas. You should know that by now. She's
just go to the stadium.
She's a big deal. Her face is all over it. But yes, that was a perfect segue. I wanted to do a plug for you. That was a perfect segue to coaching changes.
Yeah. That one, I really think, just rocked the softball world.
Yeah, we're going to talk... we probably should have saved that one for last, but we're going to talk about several coaching changes. But, man, the Texas coaching change is a massive, massive upheaval of the coaching landscape, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's
well, it set off a huge domino effect to the coaching changes that occurred right after that. I've never seen anything like that. Especially, you wouldn't think that the Oregon job, you wouldn't think that the entire coaching staff would have left.
Yeah, or I mean, Oregon's a fantastic program.
They're ranked number 1 at one point during the season. They've got 3 aces in the circle. They're vying for a national championship. And then Texas comes knocking on Mike White's door, and he answers.
And he sure did. And he took Chelsea with him.
I mean, two fantastic coaches. I don't think, as far as a hire for Texas, I don't know if you can do much better. They've already proven that they can turn a program around. Obviously, Oregon is nowhere near where they are now without the help of Coach White, Chelsea Spencer, Jimmy Kalidas, and some of the other coaches that have helped build that program into a top 5 program.
Yeah, but I think it's a huge statement from Texas saying that, we've been outside of the top 25 really for the last couple of years, and they're like, we gonna shake some things up.
Look, it hurts me to do this show. It hurts me to do this show and not talk about Texas as a top 25 program. Yeah. Just being honest with you folks, because in my mind, Texas needs to be a top 25 program, top 10 program. And I hate to live in my heyday, but when I went to Texas to play softball, that was on my mind, was to win a national championship. And I think that goes along with the players that they're going to start to go after. And we've seen some of the commits released by Texas, and they've picked up a big 2019 recruit in Grace Green, a lefty pitcher from Texas, which is a huge pickup. They're going to have to do a lot of things to make this program a top 25 contender, especially addressing the pitching right away. Last year, they didn't swing the bats all too well. So, actually the most important thing is the cultural change. How are we going to change the mindset to Texas becoming a national powerhouse program that recruits and fans want to go to, like they want to watch them?
And you're talking about recruiting, and so Mike White is the head coach. Chelsea Spencer is one of the assistants, and then the other assistant is Kerry Shaw. He's coming from the University of Mary, which is a D2 school, and it seems like most of what he did there was kind of logistics and scouting and video analysis, game planning, practice planning. So when you're talking about recruiting for Texas in a hotbed of softball talent, I think this is your scouting guy. I think this is your scouting and your recruiting guy, in Kerry, along with the other two. But that's kind of what he has done at University of Mary, and I think it's interesting too that UT has had an all-female staff for a long time, and now it's 2 males, and then Chelsea is the
well, they had Tripp.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. They did have Tripp. But yeah, a little bit of a culture change there as well, probably.
Absolutely. I look forward to the changes. I know for the players, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult and exhilarating at the same time, but it's a change that was needed. And I'm excited to see what they do. I admire them as coaches. I have the utmost respect. I think they're going to do a tremendous job. They work extremely hard. And, yeah, I think it's time. It's time for Texas to be up there in the Big 12 and then nationally.
Connie had a phenomenal
She did.
career.
She did a great job. She
And
gave me the
time.
opportunity, which I could, I could never repay her for that experience.
But everything kind of runs its course, and Texas has it's a new chapter for Texas softball, and we'll get to dark horses later.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
So big time on Texas.
But let's talk about 2 other changes. So with Mike White leaving, it opened up the job at Oregon, and Missy Lombardi leaves the Oklahoma nest.
How long was she there with
know.
Patty? Like,
I mean, I didn't think
over a decade.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the numbers on that,
It was over a decade.
Wow, she was there as a player. She was there as a volunteer coach. She was there as an assistant coach. She was there as an associate head coach. Lots of experience in the bullpen with the Oklahoma Sooners, and now she's taking on this new challenge at Oregon. And I have to say, she's walking into a pretty good situation there.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, they were ranked number 1 at one point in the season last year. So it's not like she's walking in.
I mean, it's a dream, okay? If you're taking over a program, and usually the first thing you need to address is the pitching. Like, he's walking into a bullpen with Megan Kleiss Maggie Ballant, and Miranda Elish. I mean,
like what?
That's a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not. She is not going to rebuild Oregon. She is inheriting a powerhouse of a program, and she's a powerhouse of a coach. Mm-hmm. I mean, who else to like learn from for 10 years than Patty, and win
Absolutely.
4 national championships with her.
I'm curious to see, actually, across the country with all these coaching changes, which recruits decide to stay and which decide to shop around.
Yeah.
Because obviously before the early recruiting rule, we had recruits committed up until Florida's got a couple 2023 recruits, but there were a number of programs with commits through the 2022 class. So that's a long time to kind of sit around and not be able to talk about recruiting.
Yeah. Yeah, and you talk about like the coaching shuffle. There's going to be a recruits shuffle with all the coaching changes for sure. We're just not sure when we're going to see it, right? But yeah, so Melissa Lombardi, head coach.
Yep. So that opened up the spot at Oklahoma.
So this is the cascade, folks. Follow the cascade with us. We're taking you through it. Oklahoma
opened up their pitching position, and lo and behold, who comes back? Jen Rocha.
Arguably the best pitching coach in the nation.
One of the best. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, she's done a phenomenal job with Barnhill and Ocasio and Gorley at Florida. And now she comes to OU, you know.
I mean, Patty just seems to make all the right moves.
Patty, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Patty, you know, I love you, Patty. Boomer Sooner.
Come on. Come off of it.
There it is.
You've already got your Valentine's Day card in the mail, Patty, from Sarah.
I went 20 minutes, well, 10 minutes, without saying Boomer Sooner.
Wow.
It's a pretty long time for you.
I know. Everybody's very
You're even
impressed.
wearing the color.
I am. Look at me.
She did it on purpose.
It's not an Oklahoma shirt, but it does look like I'm OU and you're Texas right now.
Yeah. Love it. I'm ready for that rivalry.
Yeah.
It's be reignited.
I think if, you know, give Texas a couple years to get their recruits and everything, but it's going to be...
Yeah.
That Red River rivalry is coming back.
It is.
For sure.
I feel it.
Chez is like, okay, Sarah.
Get out of here. But yeah, so it's Patty, Jen, and then TJ is Oklahoma staff.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Pretty
good.
Not pretty good.
But let's talk a little bit about kind of top five.
Missouri?
Oh, right.
Mizzou?
Sorry, my bad. I was just looking at the time, y'all.
That's okay. It's okay.
Got 30 minutes.
We'll get Mizzou.
Okay. The Missouri job opened up at a weird time. If you guys remember, Early Wine got fired 2 weeks before season started this year, and they hire Larissa Anderson, the head coach from Hofstra. I think it's a great choice. She's a well-respected coach. I don't know what these recruits are going to do. That's
yeah. I love the pick. I think she's a great coach as well. Mm-hmm. The question is, what are the recruits going to do? You know, as opposed to Melissa Lombardi walking into like a powerhouse program, I think Larissa Anderson's walking into some rebuilding at Mizzou. But Trisha Ford walked into that at Arizona State and didn't take her too long to figure that out.
No, it didn't. And Hofstra, we saw them compete very well in regionals, very scrappy team. So I expect this Missouri team to kind of embody her same spirit.
Yeah.
But on to top five.
Because top five.
Because we like to talk about rankings.
Because we like to rank way too early.
Yeah.
And we like to disagree.
Yeah.
And I'll tell Chez why she's wrong.
Oh, Salty Sarah's back.
Salty Sarah.
Chez usually wins.
What? Get out of here. Allie, cut that mic.
Fine. I didn't say anything.
Cut the mic. All right, Chez.
No, you get to start first.
Oh, okay. I'm going to start.
We'll let the mouth start first.
Also, hashtag the mouth. I'm going with UCLA as my number one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it's a little
Explain yourself.
I think it's a little bit of a bold move, but Rachel Garcia might be the closest thing we ever see to another Lisa Fernandez.
Baby goat.
And baby goat. hashtag baby goat. Hashtag salty Sarah. Hashtag the mouth. Hashtag baby goat. That's all you need to remember from this show. She's a junior, and I can't imagine what kind of monster season she's gonna have.
Yeah.
Brie Perez, Megan Faremo is the freshman pitcher stud coming in. And then you have Aaliyah Jordan. I mean, don't even talk about the coaching staff. You know, there was no mix-ups there, but Inoue, Perez, Fernandez, Walker, I'm not going to bet against them with that team. They're my number one. They know how to win.
Solid choice.
Look, she's agreeing with me already. They're my number one.
Just commenting.
They're my number one. Who's your number one?
I'm going to go with Florida State.
Safe choice, seeing as they won last year.
I feel like they surprised us all.
Yes, they did. They definitely surprised me.
And they've got a mojo going. I know they lose Jesse Warren, but their pitching staff is going to be solid. I think a lot of people haven't seen Savannah Copeland throw yet this year. I'm very excited to see how she does. Hopefully she's healthy and ready to go. You still have Cassidy Davis in the bullpen. I think they're a dynamic staff, and they've got some players that can step up and swing the bat. If you would have told me that Elizabeth Mason would have been the X factor for Florida State at the Women's College World Series, I would have said you're crazy. But obviously, these players are more than capable of playing in pressure situations, and I think they're gonna do the same thing.
Allie, do you have a number one?
Honestly, I'm going to go with UCLA as well.
See?
But I would say this, though. I am really going to miss Jessie Warren. And, I mean, I don't ask a lot for Christmas, but year 5 for her would be, incredible. So, dear Santa, please make that happen.
Oh, my God. Okay.
She just raised her eyebrows at the camera.
Oh, my God.
We're moving along quickly.
Everything's fine.
Stop.
I mean, she's a stud.
We're not stopping. We're gonna keep going.
She's still.
We're keep going. Go ahead, Allie.
Cue the piano.
What is this? Woman Crush Wednesday? That's what.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love Jessie Warren?
Hashtag WCW.
I'm just saying, who doesn't love her? Everyone loves her.
Hashtag WCW. My number two is Florida State because, quite frankly, I just made a mistake with them last year all season. I was like, no, I just didn't. And you know what? I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. So Florida State, from what Chez was saying, they only lost Jessie Warren, really. Their team comes back intact, pretty much. So FSU, number 2.
Yeah, they're going to be solid.
They're my number 2.
All right. Well, my number 2 is UCLA, obviously, for all the reasons that they listed. But I think you're going to see some freshmen step in and make some huge contributions. Obviously, Megan Faremo, who, if you saw her pitch at PGF, finished 3rd, fell short a little bit, but she's still a dominant pitcher that Rachel Garcia and the UCLA pitching staff absolutely need. They still have Holly Azevedo, but I think Faremo is going to step in to pitch some key innings for the Bruins. Also, I think Colleen Sullivan is going to be a major hitter in the UCLA lineup. She's been a sleeper for the last 4 years, in my opinion, but the kid can straight bang it.
Allie?
Number 2?
No more Christmas gifts.
I know, it's fine. But I am going to go with Florida State, though.
Okay.
Hashtag year 5.
Hashtag copying Sarah.
Hashtag it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Just remember the important hashtags for them. Okay, number 3. We actually have the same number 3. Okay. I'll let you take it.
All right, number 3, Washington. Who honestly, at any point in this upcoming season, I see these 3 teams kind of interchanging depending on their schedule.
100%.
But you can't steer away from the fact that Washington returns their two aces, Taryn Alvello and Gabby Plain. Gabby Plain, outstanding freshman season, a seemingly untouchable drop ball she threw all season long.
Just a boss.
Yeah, total boss, total Aussie. And obviously they have Sis Bates at shortstop, who's another boss on their team. Offensively, they're going to handle their game really well, and defensively, I can see that team with the number one ranking at some point during the season.
I mean, it is. You got Alvello and Plain.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a 1-2. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest thing with Washington. Like,
that ain't too bad. And they return Morgan Flores, who was two seasons ago was Washington's number one RBI producer. She comes back, adding more offensive power to Washington's lineup.
Washington's going to be good. Allie, don't say your number 3 is Washington.
I just changed it, yeah. Well, I mean, I did have OU at 3, but then I was thinking they're losing Page Squared, right? So it's like, Washington has that 1-2 punch right now.
I'll talk about my boomer sooner. Just you hang on. Okay, so Washington, number 3 across the board. Number 3 across the board. All right. Number 4, I'm going with OU. Boomer sooner. I'm getting on the train. I mean, we already talked about the coaching staff.
Yes.
I mean,
very good.
Hello, they have Jen Rocha now. Not that Melissa Lombardi wasn't fantastic. She was, but they're not losing anything in the coaching staff. Patty knows what she's doing. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
She's okay. She's all right. I know that they're losing Page Squared. It's the obvious one, everyone. But Brooke Vestal's coming in as a freshman.
She is.
Pitcher, and most of their team is still intact. We still got Alo, who's gonna.
Yeah, but
you might see her break the home run record in the next 3 years. You got Shea Knighton, Sydney Romero, Vale of You, Kaylee Clifton. Should I keep going? Must I keep going?
But they're missing.
They have Jen Rocha as their pitching coach now. I'm not concerned.
But they don't have Leo Wodak behind the plate.
Not concerned.
No Paige Parker. No Paige Lowry.
Not concerned.
You're not concerned?
I'm not concerned. Steady as a rock.
Okay. Okay, Sarah.
They're my number 4. Chez?
I'm going to go with Florida.
Okay.
I think they're getting a brand new stadium.
That's
they still
exciting.
have Kelly Barnhill. Offensively, I think they more than proved themselves in the last year on what they're capable of. And I just think they have Kelly Barnhill, and she can mow people down. I mean, if you watch the last 3 seasons, she's just a phenom.
I caught a little bit of the last 3 seasons.
Yeah. And they always seem to make it to the World Series.
Okay. All right. Allie?
I'm going with OU, number 4.
Wow. 4 for 4 with Allie. Allie and me.
All right.
I like what you're doing over there.
We're on the same page.
We are on the same page. Number 5. Man. I think I just wanted to get crazy.
Mm-hmm. I might get crazy with you.
Be a little risky. Mm-hmm. I have Arizona State. Mm-hmm. And I think
it's a little crazy.
I think it's a bold move.
It's not crazy.
I think they're going to go from being Chez's dark horse last year to top 5. I'm going with Arizona State. Trisha Ford, rock star.
Bold.
Mm-hmm. It's all about bold moves right now, folks. Hashtag bold moves.
Enough with the hashtags. People can't keep up with them. We've named too many hashtags.
They can remember. They're hashtagging all of it right now.
No, they're not.
They are. I don't think I remember all of them. Who do you got at number 5?
I'm going to go with Oklahoma. Yeah, I can see why Arizona State would be a great number 5. They obviously have G. Juarez, who had a phenomenal year. She pitched extremely well over the summer, too, for Team Mexico. I think that's right. And she's going to be backed by a big transfer that they had over the summer, Cielo Meza, who comes over from Long Beach State, had a great year, was able to just decide where she wanted to go to some pretty big programs, but decided that she wanted to go to Arizona State. They're a team that is scrappy. They've got a taste. They have the pitching, they have the defense, and they have the offense. So I can see why that's a viable choice.
I think Chez has talked more about my number 5 than her number 5.
Well, the people need to know why.
Just bold. Just putting it out there and moving on.
Yeah. But Oklahoma, because you can never, they're a team that they find a way. They always find a way.
They're so consistent.
Yeah. And last year it didn't work out for them, but it's just, you have to have everything go your way. When we watched them play against Washington, man, Washington played perfect softball against Oklahoma. And if Oklahoma plays perfect softball, then they have an absolute chance of winning a national championship. And they've got, one of the best staffs in the country.
Heard it here first. Allie?
Florida.
Florida?
Going with Florida.
Wow. Okay. I was talking to Chez a little bit and before the show, and 4 years ago, it was like 6 of the top 8 teams in the country were SEC. Mm-hmm. I have no SEC teams in my top 5.
Hater.
No, it's just it goes to show the pack is back. We got UCLA, Washington. I got Arizona State. We're talking about Oregon. None of us have them top 5, but
yeah,
the pack is.
Actually, I might change my answer.
Get out of here.
Ooh.
Your cousin isn't gonna let you.
That's my niece.
I'm sorry. Cousin, nieces, they're all the same.
I just think it's just it's super hard having that. Let's talk about this.
Here's the deal.
When a coaching staff leaves a program, there is a time for grief.
Sure.
Your family just picked up and left without you. So I think there's going to be a process of learning each other and regaining that trust. And I don't know how fast that's going to occur with this team. But no doubt the talent on that squad, if you look down the roster, is a top 5 program.
No, they're stacked. They're completely stacked. If not for the coaching exodus, I will say, they would have been number 2, number 3 for me. They're stacked.
Yeah, if Mike White and that entire
without that exodus, they're like number
top
2,
3.
Number 3.
Yeah,
it
would have. Yeah, maybe.
All right, it's Chez's favorite segment of the show, Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse. For those of you who have followed the show, I nail the Dark Horse every single year.
She does.
Last year I called it. In the fall, Dark Horse was going to be Arizona State.
And they were.
Mm-hmm. And then the year before, I think it was it Utah?
Yes.
And then they were 1 game short. They had that incredible battle against Washington.
She knows her dark horses.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even pick one. This is just Chez.
Yeah.
Allie and I aren't making dark horse. This is just this is Chez's segment. It's the Chez dark horse. Yeah.
It's like I need some ominous lighting.
We need a dark horse
one spotlight
behind us, galloping.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Light right under my chin.
Okay.
It's happening.
Let's make it happen.
We're gonna work on it.
So this year's dark horse is going to be Oklahoma State. I know. Oklahoma State made some power moves.
That is a good one.
Power moves. Now, they lose Vanessa Shippey, arguably their best player, but they pick up Sam Schau from Texas A&M, a senior, Gabby Sprang from Tennessee, had a shaky freshman year at Tennessee, and Sydney Springfield from LSU. So you're talking about picking up offense and defense. I think these 3 transfers are going to be. They're going to be good.
And Kenny's recruited well.
Kenny, I'm telling you right now, that program, they keep getting better every day.
Yeah, you talk about looking at the Big 12. OU's been on top of it seemingly forever. But Oklahoma State is a fantastic dark horse choice. You got a brand new staff at Texas. Boy.
I can see them stealing maybe one game away from OU.
Oh, yeah. With that, Sam Schau, Gabby Sprang?
Yeah, if Kenny can get both those pitchers going, they're going to be real good. Because, all of us, if you follow Sprang's career through club ball, she's been phenomenal. The summer before her freshman year, she helped lead Georgia Impact deep into PGF and the World Fast Pitch Championship. And then kind of what I saw during the college season, I didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. But I think for players who've kind of been through kind of those tragic seasons, you don't want to do that again.
No.
So she's got good stuff, and she's a big lefty. So I anticipate her making some big moves this year.
Yeah. What a great dark horse pick, Chez.
You're welcome.
It's fantastic. Well, I think this is our spot.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah, so those of you watching, we're going to take up this 2:30 slot Central Time every Wednesday until we get into the holiday season, and then we'll pick up during the college season. But if you miss a show, we're going to post it right back on the site so you can watch it.
So you never
at
have
your own
to
convenience.
Miss a show. You never.
We can always be with you.
We will always be with you.
All right. See you next week.